Known. Hello, we are multi-streaming. Welcome to the multi-stream. We're gonna hang out for a little bit. I just got home from work. I did get changed. I was not feeling being in my scrubs because there's some kind of mold issue happening over there, and I needed to get out of those clothes. I will take a shower before I go to bed, if I go to bed, because tomorrow is my kid's first day of school. Places all over Florida are starting school tomorrow. Some places have already started school, but my kids will be starting school, so I gotta flip my schedule like that. Fun time to be alive. So I'm in comfy clothes right now, here to hang out. If you guys weren't on with me last night, which many of you weren't, I doubt that if you were, you are awake right now because I was on at 1 something in the morning. Um, we had a great discussion again, talking about firearm safety and what we can do moving forward and how to protect our kids and send them to school safely. So that is a conversation that I love to have, that I love to continue having, because I feel like no idea is a bad idea, but we should talk through them. There definitely needs to be change, and the whole conversation came about because we were talking about Alyssa Slotkin and how she was focusing a ton of energy on banning phones from schools it got me choked up because I'm not gonna lie, if you're a parent, I know that this is something that you think of if you send your kids to school in the United States of America. uh, is my child going to come home from school today? So that's what kicked off the conversation. We had a great conversation last night. Buenos días, ¿cómo está? um, But yeah, it was a great conversation that we had last night, and I hope to continue that today. We'll see if YouTube is feisty like they were yesterday. YouTube continues to be extremely fucking feisty, and I love that for them. They are wild, 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 wild over there. If you're over there on YouTube, make sure that you say good morning. I don't know what that means. That's my carpet. I don't know what that means. If you would like to explain, I'd be more than happy to hear what that's supposed to mean, but I don't know. Don't forget my S. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? People who people who speak Spanish can hear the S. It's not that loud. When you speak Spanish, como un gringo, you sound like that. But if I say, ¿Cómo estás? The S is there. It's just quiet. I don't say, ¿Cómo estás? Pero yo puedo hablar en español. Sometimes my S's, depending on the word, are more pronounced. If they're at the end of the word, they are less pronounced. That is how I speak Spanish. No, I will not. I'm fired up. Because to me, it's not 8:53 a.m. or 8:35 a.m. It is 8:35 p.m. I just got off of work. Hi, waving to you, Dilbert. I see your pink hand waving, hand pink waving. That's so weird. That hit writes out the emoji instead of just showing the emoji. Why is every poo-poo time pee-pee time, but not every pee-pee time is poo-poo time? Oh, I see that the 12-year-olds have gotten a hold of their mom's phones again. You guys are really weird on YouTube. Kenneth, that's not true. Not majority. The school pew-pewers are white people. That's what we were talking about. We should ask Caitlin Bennett that. Poopy pants Caitlin Bennett. Poopy pants Katie. Poor Katie. She recently resurfaced. She was doing street interviews somewhere. I think she was in Florida. I think she was in Orlando, actually. Well, she's important. She's irrelevant. Kind of thought he did something. That's all she does is shit her pants. Oh, street interviews. Interchangeably, same difference. She shits her pants, also known as her street interviews. What, B? Right. Exactly. Exactly, McDoodoos. You don't know who Caitlin Bennett is? Oh my god. Good morning, Black Cabinet Education. How are you? Hello in Ohio. I'm talking to multiple chats simultaneously, so if you guys see me saying something that you didn't see, uh, it's because I'm not talking to you on that platform. I'm talking to someone else on another platform. Oh, Robert, I didn't see a message back after I said we'll work for your schedule. I'll check my message, and we'll get something on the books. We'll have a little chat about your run for Congress, and I'm sure the people of Florida would be really excited to hear about that. I know I am. I'm not in that district, but I really look forward to hearing about your run for Congress. So I will reach out to you today, or tomorrow, and okay, okay. Yeah, I haven't checked my messages since I've been home. But yeah, I would love to connect with you and we'll have a conversation. We'll decide how we want it to go and all of that fun stuff. I didn't skip the bully part, Kenneth. I didn't skip the bully part. I don't I don't think that you understand how school shootings are not just the bullies being the victims. And again, statistically, you have more of a chance of being at school by a white kid. So why would I send my kid to school with all white kids? Am I Democrats or liberal? I am a leftist. You're Jake too. You want to be a state rep in Vermont? That's awesome, biomechanic. Kayla McDoodoo. No relation. Oh shit. It is not fly to be a white guy. You know. Kenneth? Kenneth? I don't even know how to say her last name correctly. I'm going to take a shot at it. It's Kenneth Moratti said there's been 2 school shooters in 25 years. Where the fuck have you been? I'm going to hope that you've been in a medically induced coma for the last 25 years. That's what I'm hoping. Because Kenneth, no, friend. No. Can't be racist towards white people. Right. Maybe in Australia. Yeah, we're talking about the United States of America, Kenneth. So maybe, maybe you're in a different country. I mean, Uvalde, Sandy Hook, Marjorie Stoneman Douglas. Marjorie Douglas Stoneman? I don't know. I'm really Parkland. Parkland. That's 3. That's just 3 right there. Oh, look at Kenneth. Oh, Kenneth, you know what? When you say words like that, it makes me think that you don't have anything intelligent to say. Kenneth called me a libtard. McDoodoo's dad, Kenneth, said there was 1,453 in 25 years. Google is free. Stoneman Douglas. High school in Parkland, the day of the pew-pewing. Oh my gosh. Marjorie Stoneman Douglas. I was right the first time. Hi. You can be white and racist to counterattack? What? That's crazy. Uh, Now everybody's just jumbling all up and I have a confusion. I has a confusion. But that's fine. That's okay. I am on no sleep right now. We're going to hang out for a little bit. We're going to shoot the shit. We had a fun time yesterday, and so we're going to continue to have some fun today. I am confusion. Mm, no, Adam. Unfortunately, that's not true. Because we can see that there are systems in place in society that are used to oppress other people, specifically black people. But now we're seeing it in so many other ways. Decline. I'm doing great, Jeremy. How are you? You must live in that special country fantasy land. It is not spicy water. It is just regular water. James says I ignore facts. What are you talking about? First of all, James, I'm not going to converse with you if you're going to use slurs. So, let's just get that on track, okay? It may be more permissible for you to use language like that over there on YouTube, but I will not converse with you if you're going to use slurs, okay? All right. Straight up spicy. Listen. All things are possible through Christ. Amen. I'm sorry. That was super inappropriate. Well, I'm not special with you. You said you can't towards white people. Correct, racist to white people. You can't. Black people, do you? Your chat is getting cut off. I don't know why. Hold on. Let me minimize this. Because it's fucking up your words. I love you too. Well, I would disagree with you. You said you can't be racist towards white people, correct? If you can't be racist to white people, you cannot be racist to black people. Do you get your own logic? I don't think you understand what racism actually is, Adam. I don't think you understand. Nalesh, I'm great. How are you, friend? So you are a Christian that believes in abortion. Okay, demon. I grew up Catholic, and abortion is in the Bible. So, you know. Thanks, B. I'm back to being myself. It's been a lot. You cannot. You can be prejudiced, you can be bigoted, but you in fact cannot be racist to everyone. I'm great, Heather. How are you? Last person not racist was Jesus. Correct, Tia. Just so you know, Adam, Tia said prejudice and racism aren't the same thing. They are correct. No, that's not racism, Adam, because there are, oh my gosh. Please go up, look up what the definition of racism is. Get a little involved, do a little deconstructing, and you'll get there. But I don't work for free, so. White people cannot be black people cannot be racist. They can't. White people can be racist. I'm reading at the same time. Wait, what about Jesus? Hold on. Let me tell you a few stories there about Jesus not being racist. Have you ever seen Mel Brooks' History of the World? I haven't seen that, no. What? I don't have any cats, actually, James. I have a Belgian Malinois. Damn. YouTube is wild again. Because black people are actually oppressed, that's why. It was actually 15 commandments, but Moses dropped one of the tablets. I guess I'll have to check that out. You have a one. Oh, mine is 8.5, and her name is Xena. Cam Bam, history, books, reading. It is not, Adam. Again, it's prejudice or bigotry, but not racism. Xena with an X. It will eat my face soon? It will not. My dog will never bite me. She's right here. Where's my baby? Come here. Foos. Hi, mamas. That's right. You do it right there. She's a good girl. You can't see her. Let's see if I can get her to come up here and say hi to you. Come say hi. Zena. What? Where's he at? Where's he at? Just ripped my headphones out of my ears. Where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at? Go, baby. Go back to taking your nap, old lady. Plug my headphones back in. Not that I'm hearing anybody. Is my cam? It is mostly fixed. Yeah, the autofocus I'd have to. I don't have autofocus on. That's my baby. Cam Bam, go read. Literally, you're on the internet right now. The world is your oyster, friend. It is not my job to educate you. It is not my job to help you deconstruct. You can do it, friend. I'm so confident. You're here typing. And honestly, your grammar is all right. Your spelling is pretty good. So I'm confident that you have at least the reading level of a 5th grader. You got this shit. You got it. Aren't oysters an aphrodisiac, as far as I know? Where did that come from, B? Oh, shit. I have malparent energy? I do. Aw, Chief called me a bitch. Aw, thank you. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. Not people as a whole. Subsections of peoples, sure. But white people as a whole have never been oppressed. Pay her to come debate or speak Get Real. You can call in, Wild Dog Media. I don't know. There's a phone number on there for you. I can make sure that I turn the phone line on, but I don't really know what you want to call in and yell about. It's not really... It's too early in the morning for that. I'm sure you want to go punch some drywall. I'm still the cutest liberal by far. Well, thank you, liberal suckers. Liberals suck. Oh, liberals suck ass. That's what that says. Your text is about like that big. I'm not rage baiting. We're having conversations. Chief is asking if I'm dumb as fuck. I'm not dumb as fuck. I'm dumb as 2 fucks. 1 fuck, 2 fuck. All fucks. You fuck. Can I call and scream at someone there? I mean, if YouTube can hear you, you can call in and yell at YouTube if you want to, but you can also guest request. They can hear you. Again, white people as a whole have not. No. Red fuck, blue fuck. 1 fuck, 2 fuck. And Republicans are PDF files. Agreed, Ghost Samurai. Benya, I said the words. Listen to the words. You're an independent? Okay. Can you send me a picture of you? I'm playing cards tonight and I'm missing the queen. Well, that is so sweet. I've actually had 10 COVID shots, Adam. 10. If you're going to insult me, at least, be factually accurate. Hello, love bug. Just so you know, it's live on YouTube, so. What's up? Yes, under the kitchen sink. Okay. You're welcome. Yes, I'm streaming on YouTube as well. Chief, whatever the fuck that is now yelling in all caps. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Are you getting upset? Oh, you poor baby. Oh, you gonna go punch that drywall, aren't ya? Aren't you, Chief? Huh? Joke's on you, it's not Netflix, it's Peacock. Okay. Happy Sunday, Leonard. Your brother said it was a what? Oh. You are gonna do that standing in the shower, I hope. And you're gonna clean up after yourself. Like you're gonna scrub the whole shower. I better not find it anywhere. Okay, love you. What up, Palm Beach? Western civilization history shows that whites have been oppressed just like any other ethnic group. Not right, Colleen. So the conversation was that black people can be racist. Black people cannot be racist. Her hair smells like COVID shots and oppression. You still never backed up what you're saying, Cam Bam. We've moved so far past that. We're talking about COVID shots now. Oh, I have to say C19 because of TikTok. So we're talking about C19 vaccinations, and I'm on my 10th one, and the 11th you get peacock free. Chief Schneef, I'm going to assume that's what it's supposed to say, SCHN33F, is calling me a bitch and typing in all caps because he's upset. Now they're talking about my face. That's so cute. Wait, what? Hold on, what happened? Oh, because I'm reading comments from both things. Yeah. Yeah, I'm talking to YouTube. YouTube is over there. We're gonna leave YouTube alone because they're having a fit. Like really just having a hard time. What's up, Theo? Yeah, top shelf. I am a white person. I am inherently racist. Yes, but I also try to actively be anti-racist every day. Sometimes I have to unpack some shit and deconstruct some shit, but I do my best. I am only but a human. Oh my god. I can't with Cam Bam. No, this is the same account. I just changed my username, Michael. We're in the dawning of a new era. Good morning, Anne. Nice to see you. So what are you guys doing over there on TikTok? How is life? How are things going? I don't really have too many announcements, I guess. We were doing a sub contest, sub giveaway. I don't know. I don't know what the word is that TikTok will allow me to use. But if we hit 200 subs over on TikTok by the end of the month, I'm giving away a prize pack. You have the choice to choose between merch from my store, which would be a hoodie, a shirt, and an accessory. So a sticker pack, a water bottle, a phone case, whatever. You can design your own, and then you would still get the same, a hoodie, a t-shirt, and an accessory. Or a $100 Amazon gift card. Thanks, Squilliam, for letting me know. I appreciate that. Okay. When was it placed there, Squilliam? Squilliam. Timeout. Squilliam's in timeout. I love putting people in timeout. Oh, what happened to my YouTube chat? It's gone. My YouTube chat is gone. Aww. So sad about that. Not really. Yikes. Okay. I am actually Colombian and Italian. And that is what I am. No thanks. Brian, do you want to go to timeout? TikTok. Let's chat. You guys are quiet. Extra spicy. I mean, the YouTube chat is pretty fucking entertaining because they are It's a whole bunch of 12-year-olds who got a hold of their mom's cell phones. They're on the internet for the first time, and they're like, I'm wild and free. I gotta say all the crazy shit. I gotta be a fucking crazy ass homophobe, transphobe, misogynist. Yeah. Well, thank you, Ghost Samurai. Damn, Juan. Hey, Canton, how are you? How are you feeling? Yeah, I'm a white person. Only till 2030, because on the new census, I don't have to check white anymore. I can check Hispanic/Latino. I long for the day when I don't have to be white again anymore. Good, I'm glad. How's physical therapy going? I'm getting my nails done tomorrow. I think I picked out something already. Maybe I should get my nails done today. Oh, what is this? Oh, my glasses were telling me they're fully charged. Squirrel. It's spelled COLOMBIA, but thank you. It's two O's. Yeah, absolutely, Drew. I do. But so that's the thing. It's kind of tricky, right? Um, yes, but no. So if it's an alabaster asshole, no, because they look at me just like the YouTube chat, and they call me Arab. They call me other things that they're slurring over there. Just you know, um, people who are this color, like blinding white, don't typically see me that way. Right, until you see my last name. Uh. And then when those people, they see me and they're like, yeah, you're fucking brown. But then when other people see me, they're like, nah, you're white. So, you know, it's like, it's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. I don't think it's an insult at all, Samo. You're Puerto Rican, Black, and Italian. We have a very diverse group here. Guys, you keep spelling Colombia wrong. COLOMBIAN. It's two O's, no U. That's how you spell it. Mr. Sunday Show, good morning. Hello, New Zealand. Hello, Reptile. That's awesome, Canton. I'm glad. I'm glad you're recovering well. Just make sure that you take it easy. Listen to your body when it tells you that you need to rest. Please rest. I mean, a lot of people do, Tia. I'm ethnically ambiguous, is what I like to say. And that's fine. I'm okay with that. I do just fine, Cam Bam. I hate that I can't control the YouTube chat from here. No, nobody sauce yet this morning. But the guest requests are open on TikTok, and you can call in if you're on YouTube or Twitch. So that guy was pretty crazy yesterday. That was pretty crazy. Last night we had a great conversation. That's how I started this stream this morning. We were talking about what we talked about last night, about gun safety, firearm safety reform. What do we think that it would look like? What could it look like? What are the things that we could do while allowing responsible firearm owners to continue to own their firearms responsibly, but also prevent those who may not be in the best of mental health from obtaining firearms, and what it would look like moving forward to keep our kids safe at school. That was what we talked about last night. It was a great conversation. Unfortunately, when I'm live in the middle of the night, I only have 30 minutes. So the conversation really doesn't get a chance to fully develop, but it was excuse me, I have the hiccups, a great conversation. And I appreciate everybody who contributes. Cam Bam says, "You don't know shit about gun safety. You don't even know how a race works." Cam Bam, I would muzzle fuck you all day, buddy. I would muzzle fuck you so hard. Hey, Savvy? Bitch, what I do? What did I do? I'm just over here behaving. Fun fact, Cam Bam. I'm a United States Army veteran. I do know some things about gun safety. I also own firearms, so suck it. Oh, okay. Well, thanks for stopping by. Right, Grim. So that's why I think that there needs to be checks in place. I think that my idea, I was a 68 Papa. I think that we should have. Well, Cam Bam's real quiet now. Maybe the chat's frozen. Maybe it's not. I don't know. That was so long. Eh, that's how I feel about that, Michelle. I mean, I appreciate you guys saying that, you and Zavi and anybody else who said it, and I missed it in the chat. But I mean, I'm not gonna say that, Wild Dog. It ain't happening. I'm not gonna do it. You have to super chat me. I'm not gonna do it. Damn, B. Damn. But anyway, back to my idea. In order for you to purchase a firearm and maintain your firearm license, you have to qualify on said firearm or firearm similar. You have to exhibit your competency and continue to exhibit competency periodically, and that could also look like potentially having a short form psych evaluation when you do your competencies. But I think that you should have to qualify. I think that you should have to qualify. You should have to continue to qualify through the course of your firearm ownership, and everyone should have to have a license. I'm sorry. I know you hate to hear that, but I'm a mom. I'm a mom who sends her kids to school. And I care about my children. I care about your children. And I care about other people out in this world. And I know they're going to be like, what about the criminals? The criminals don't follow the law. They're going to get concerned. But here's the thing. When you are proficient, when you are trained, when you are confident, you are more responsible, you are more accurate, therefore you are more lethal. So that's how I feel about that. I'm waiting for it, Trey. Your profile picture, though, because I'm multi-streaming, is like literally the size of half of a dime. So I can't see it. Otherwise, I would have looked. Thank you, Wild Dog. Appreciate it. So what do you guys think about that idea? Do you think that that's something that we could institute? Do you think it would be successful? If you don't think it's would be successful, why do you think it wouldn't be successful? How's that working for driver's licenses? Sure, there are people who break the law. Absolutely. Yeah, I just got off of work. I've been home for about an hour. I've been on for about 35. Binya said that nose ring would float above you like a halo. Yeah. I'm calling out of work tonight. Shh, don't tell. Don't tell. Doug says I'm wrong. Doug, would you like to call in and have a conversation about why I'm wrong? Like, what do you think we could do that would be successful? Like, where are you thinking? What are you at? I mean, I don't necessarily disagree with that, Ghost. Clear my Adam's apple. I don't have one of those. But everybody has a hyoid bone. Thank you, Anima. I appreciate you. You grew up country and military, so certified expert marksman in high school, white U.S. Army. That's pretty cool. No, Cam Bam. You know what, Cam Bam? Here's what we're gonna do, friend. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna head on over to the live studio. And we're gonna make it so you're nice and lonely. Because we're gonna put your ass in timeout for 24 hours. No, I'm gonna make it so that you can watch and you can see me, but you can't say shit. I can tell you. And is education illegal in the USA? It kind of feels like it. Rip! Anyone who opposes common sense restrictions are exactly the people who don't think they'll qualify. I agree with you. I don't really like calling you McDoo-doos. If they hate on you, they're either, you know, 4 hours is too long. It's time for him to sit there and think about what he's done. It says McDoo-doo's dad. That's a lot to say. All right, I'll call you Mark. I will try my very best to remember that your name is Mark. What's up, Jason? Trey, you can find me on Instagram. I have the same username, Amanda Informed, and you can DM me a picture there. I'll get it, I promise. I agree, Wild Dog Media. I agree. And I think that if you are a responsible firearm owner, that you wouldn't be opposed to those things. And none of that stuff is like a penalty. If anything, that makes you a better, more proficient firearm owner. You know? Thanks for the follow, Tara. Appreciate you. I don't like how studio lags on the chat though. Yeah, Jesse, I know plenty of people who are hunters, some for sport and some for to provide, but they're more than okay with owning appropriate safes and doing things that are necessary to keep other people safe. We're talking about firearm reform. I didn't see your comment, so I can't answer you. Like, what other alternatives do we have? That's the thing. Like, what other alternatives do we have? Because our current system isn't working. Our current system is broken. People are dying. Kids are dying. Isn't it statistically wasn't that the number one unaliver of children in America? I saw you, Trey. I saw you. That's why I said send it to me. Send a picture to me when you're done. It didn't ring. Oh, I do have a missed call. Hold on. My bad. Go ahead and call back. I have the browser open so I can see it now. It says my browser might prevent calls from ringing. That's weird. Good morning. There we go. Hello, good morning. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good.
All right, let's
I
talk
might
about
not
firearm
be
safety.
a good enough content form because I'm not going to be like super argumentative, but
Oh,
we
I don't
do
care about that.
disagree maybe, so it might be good enough, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't care about
You were saying
content. Like,
that.
it's a conversation.
Yeah, for sure. You were saying like focusing more on getting the guns under control to keep kids safe, and I think that an alternative to that would be focusing more on getting the schools locked down. Like I just got back from China, and their schools are super locked down, almost like gated by like a football field on all sides, so you can't even get in during the day. Um, and then even at the door, there's another layer of security there. And in big cities here, we have like metal detectors at all the schools. So I think even just a small step would be implementing metal detectors at all entrances. So you just can't get in with a gun, period, unless you have some sort of like 3D printed at home made gun, then the bullets are getting caught still. What do you think about that?
So that still poses the other issue of fire alarms being pulled and children going outside and being picked off.
That's true.
And
That is
right
true.
now, where I live, all of the schools are all fenced in. They're all gated in. They all have another layer of protection that you cannot come into the school. They do not unlock the doors for you to come in without showing identification first. They look you up, make sure that you're associated with a student. Not all schools, especially with what's going on in this country right now, can definitely afford metal detectors. Like McDoodoo's dad, aka Mark, in the chat says not all schools can afford that, especially when teachers are buying supplies out of their own pocket. So
No, that's totally true, but I'm definitely not opposed to like I don't. They probably don't cost that much. Maybe like 15 grand or something to get a couple put in the front, and maybe another 5 or 10 to get them installed by the company. And I think that all cities probably would be interested in investing that extra, dollar per person or less to do that. And I totally get that that's already. But I'm definitely not opposed to just adding more for stuff that actually makes sense versus it getting lost in other stuff, right?
I mean, I agree with, examining our school systems and what schools are lacking security. I agree with that, but I don't think that the onus of the problem should be placed on our school system because the school system is already burdened enough. I think that
Yeah.
the onus should be placed on the people who want to own firearms.
I think that does make sense. I don't necessarily want to put it on the school as much as I want to put it on the city or just make it just to keep our kids safe because it ultimately be back on just everybody as a people wanting to keep our rights and keep the kids safe. I don't want there to be so many extra steps. Like let's say you want to pass your firearm down to your kid just as like a first 22 or something. I don't necessarily think that there should be all these steps and government steps that you need to get it to do that, But if you wanted to go hunting, then you do have to get your hunting license, which is I don't think is just like getting a license online. Like you have to go get your hunter certification, right, where you take a course or at least show some sort of at least paper knowledge about gun safety. And as far as like every state, as far as concealed carry requires.
You're breaking up.
I'm sorry. I was saying most states, if you're concealed carry are for gun
Mhm.
safety and shooting it, but the people who are, not going to be doing that are just going to go buy it and
Well,
use it, right?
let
Or they're
me
just going to buy it off the street and use it.
ask you this question as a counterpoint. And you wanted to, you said to hand down your firearm to your child, like a 22. Now, if I
Yeah,
had
let's just
like
say, for example, yeah.
I restored a 1965 Ford Mustang. That was my pride and joy. And I wanted to pass that down to my child. I could do that, but can my child legally drive that without a driver's license?
No, but it's not
Same thing.
implicitly stated in the Constitution, right, about having a driver's license.
But it's the same thing.
It could be if it was implicitly stated, but since it wasn't, I don't necessarily consider it the same thing, right? Like I would consider
So you think
owning a gun similar to speech.
so you think that requiring people to be smart about firearm purchases and ownership is infringing on your right
I
to
would I would
owning a firearm?
I would call it similar. I would argue like the same argument to like a voter ID law. Like the liberal argument to a voter ID law, I would use the same kind of like access argument. Like say you live in the mountains or if you're never going to town or something.
Mhm.
Uh, I would use the same argument as like that to where I don't want there to be so many steps to just go do like what you're already constitutionally allowed to do.
Well, I mean, cars didn't exist at the time of the Constitution. It was just an example. I mean, there are many
Yeah,
other
yeah,
things
but
that you can.
let's say like, do you think that in order to vote, people should have to show that they have some sort of like uh, knowledge about the voting process? Like, do
Honestly,
you think that
yeah.
they should?
Honestly, I
Yeah,
wish we did.
I don't necessarily disagree with you, but I don't want to only allow smart people and people with money and people with time to have rights. I want everybody to.
Yeah. I mean, you have to
And even
reg.
if they're dumb, like there's a lot of dumb people out there, but
Mm,
they can vote too, and it doesn't
sure.
mean they're wrong.
Sure. I mean, everybody has the right to vote. Absolutely. If you're a citizen, you have the right to vote. Um, do I wish that we would change that? I kind of do. I kind of wish that we should, as even as United States citizens, we should have to pass the citizenship test before we're able to vote. I don't think that you should turn 18 and be able to vote. I think that you should have to pass some type of basic knowledge to understand what you're even being involved in.
Yeah, it might. So I think it would be moving more towards like a nanny state at that point, and it were even just the elites, and maybe you would just let the people. You probably wouldn't even be able to vote. You would just put people in charge who have your interests already, and then you just have like a republic, and then you get the benefits of it or something. Don't even let anybody vote. Just put people in charge. They're going to do what you want,
Unfortunately,
and
I think we're kind of headed that way.
yeah, I mean, we're basically turning into like a Russia or China, right? And we're the only difference between China and here is that we still have all of our guns, and China just never had any. They were taken over before they even got them.
Mhm.
Direction at all times over there, and they know where you are at all times. They're scanning faces, and and so even if you go get stabbed in an alley, it's not like they're not catching that guy. They know where you are. They have real ID online. In order to get a scooter on the sidewalk, you have to put your real ID on it. In order to log into League of Legends, it's your real ID. And kids use fake ones, but you're not going to get caught. If you smoke weed over there, you're going to jail, and if you sell it, you're getting killed by the government.
You gotta use TikTok
And
friendly language
if
though,
you want
because
to
we are
get rid of homeless
multi-streaming.
people, that's how you do it. I'm sorry, I didn't
That's
realize
okay.
that.
No, you're fine. I
There's
just want to let you know.
they do they yeah, they have different systems over there, and
Mhm.
they don't have the same problems we have because they handle them differently. But it's like, do you want the freedom or do you want the control and the safety? Because the freedom gives you this opportunity to protect yourself, and the other way, you kind of rely on the government.
I mean, as a woman living in the United States of America, neither has served me. That's why we had this whole big,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you remember Choose the Bear.
Yeah, yeah.
The government doesn't, I mean, the government doesn't give a shit about women.
They
But
don't
I
really
think,
give a shit about much, right?
sure, except for lobbyist money.
Yeah.
Lobbyist money
That
is their favorite.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I've never voted. Like I was ready to vote for Bernie. That was my first year. Like I was a freshman in college, like ready to vote for Bernie, and
Mhm.
then they kind of like screwed me out of that. And I was just ready to see it all burn down after that, and kind of supporting the fastest path to that.
Mhm.
Um,
So again, like,
I
what do
don't
you
really
think
see
would be
a
the
positive
best
way out of it.
solution for firearm safety in this country,
I think
given the
firearm
climate that we have?
safety, there needs to be more protect. Like I'm scared to go to big events
Mhm.
after the way that stuff has been going down. Like I don't go to all these big events anymore because I'm not trying to just get shot while I'm there. Um,
Mhm.
and honestly, I don't see a way out of it without taking all the good people's guns and leaving all the bad ones, and just making people go black market with it and doing like prohibition 1920s, and
But we
it
know
just
that that
be an
doesn't work
underground.
either.
What was that?
And so we know that that doesn't work either.
Yeah, so I think you have to just spend more of our money on safety and cameras. I mean, it's like I would rather have our. What are we spending all of our money on if we don't have security and clean streets and pothole sticks like that? We have where our money is going somewhere, and it's not to where we want it to go.
Mhm. I mean, it's going to, most of our money goes to military
'Cause,
defense.
yeah, but even like our city money, like we pay our city to do stuff, and our county and our state, and that's not going to military defense. So that's going to like your lakes and stuff like that, and over every day. But we can't have a metal detector in our school. It's
Well,
crazy. Look at all those light bars on top of that police car. One of
yeah,
those light bars cost the one metal detector.
I don't think so. You know what? I'm really curious as to how much a metal detector
I
costs.
mean,
I want to find out how much.
it depends on how big of a nice one you get. Like, are we getting like a full 360 airport scanner,
No,
or what are we getting?
just the standard walk-through metal detector. They're about $5,000.
Like they have them at the courthouse. They're
Mm-hmm.
willing to do it at the courthouse, but they're not willing to do it at the school.
Yes, exactly. Why is that? Because this country hates women and children.
Yeah, apparently. I wanted to be a teacher because my whole family was like a teaching background, and there was just no money in that. But look, I don't think that even if you started right now, any gun thing was going to happen. So I think if we focus on the protection side, anybody can agree with that. It's more about bringing everybody to the table, right? And I think that safety is good, and focusing on the gun side is just going to push people away. But if you focus on the kid and the safety side, where you're more about the defense,
Mm.
then it's something people can agree with.
So, Mitten State Media said, if you think you have no natural right to keep and bear arms, then you think you don't have a right to defend yourself. So, Mitten, this is not about people not being able to keep and bear arms. This is about safety, which is what we're discussing. We're trying to figure out ways to keep our kids safe. But it's not just about our kids in schools being safe. It's about safety
True.
of the general population, because how many mass shooting events have happened out in public? Like you said, you don't want to go to large gatherings. We talk about
Yeah.
Las Vegas. We talk about the mall in Texas. We talk about the grocery store in New York. Like, so we have to think about just not school, but but in general population interacting with the public. So it's not about telling you you can't own a firearm, it's about making you the most educated and safe firearm owner as possible.
Yeah, I think for that, I think we almost should be targeting another area too, where the gun's not going to fix it either. I think at that point you need to go full like Patriot Act and be monitoring people harder like we already are and just pull them out quicker, right? Like if people are already on the watch list, how are they shooting people?
Well, unfortunately, many places don't agree with red flag laws. Many people don't agree with red flag laws because they fear that they are weaponized against people who are, in fact, capable.
Yeah, that's true. It is true, but then they go shoot up a school, so it's tough. But I don't want to hog all the area. If I don't know if anybody else wants to call, I think
Sure,
I
no,
kind
I
of said what I
appreciate you.
wanted to say.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, I think overall, we got to do something. But
Mm.
how we bring people to the table, I think we could focus on. We got to change these people's brains, right? Because there's people that are just crazy out there, and we either got to get them locked up or we got to solve the issue earlier because
Okay.
people are really distraught with the situation going on in the world. It's more of a mental thing or a violence thing, right? There's two
Right.
different types of gun violence. There's crazy and gang or something, and there's different ways to solve it, but I don't know if it's going to be with guns.
Well, I guess
All right,
time will
thank you.
tell, but I appreciate you calling in. Thank you
Yeah,
so much, and have a good rest of your day.
absolutely. You too. Good luck.
Thanks. Bye. So again, it's not about taking firearms away. It's not about telling people that they can't own firearms. It's about essentially arming people with the tools to be a successful firearm owner, right? I said it before. If you missed this part, I'm gonna say it again. If you are trained, if you are proficient, then you are more likely to be confident in the time if the time comes for you to use it. You are going to be skilled in the usage of it, and thereby you're going to be safer. You're going to know how to store it, how to maintain it, how to keep yourself safe, keep other people safe. But at the time, if the time comes where you need to use that firearm, we know that you're proficient in using said firearm. That's my take on it. I don't think that we should get rid of the Second Amendment. I don't think that we should, make it illegal to own firearms. I think that we should definitely change what we're going to do moving forward to keep the general population safe. Nope, Don G, this is my own personal opinion. My own personal opinion. I agree, Happy. Trained and proficient in my warrior tasks and drills. Fuck, now I have that stuck in my head. I'm an American soldier. I'm a warrior. I'm a member of a team. I serve for the people of the United States and the United States. I'm disciplined, physically and mentally tough. That's not the next part. That's what's stuck in my head. No AR-15s because why? Yeah, I agree. I don't think we need them. I will not be going to church. Do I own a gun? I do. Will I tell you what kind? No. Just know that I own one. So what do you guys think about that? I mean, I haven't. I mean, at least our friend who called in had some suggestions. Does anybody else have? I don't think Torin. I am absolutely, as somebody who served in the army, I am absolutely against mandatory military service. Against it. 5. I have a text message I have to read. Hold on one second. There is 2 live streams going on. Yes, I'm multi-streaming right now. We are live on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. Yeah, yeah, Broader's 5. I don't believe in Torin in mandatory military service. I don't. I'm also not a fan of the draft. You think everyone should register for selective service? Cool. I mean, the reason why women don't register for selective service is because a bunch of white men, old white men, decided that women shouldn't. Mostly because they didn't want to be the ones that have to stay home with the children. You know, that's why a lot of times I'm not going to get into that conversation. My oh boy. All right, I guess I'm muting you too, you weirdo. Hmm. They're wild over there on YouTube. My link tree in my bio isn't working. It's Amanda Informed. It's the same thing. I like putting people in timeout for 24 hours so you can think about what you did. Fuck Israel. That's my answer to that. I would hate to be the man having to carry it. I mean, I've carried men. I can fireman carry some men. I have, I can, I will. There are many army medics who are women who have carried men. Why do women have small feet? Because women are typically shorter than men. So they can stand closer to the sink. Ah, haha, that's so funny. Yeah, Samo, I agree. Free Palestine. I saw you. I see your comments. YouTube is a cesspool, but sometimes they say things that are worth having a conversation about. They try to amend the Second Amendment. They can't have You can go over to YouTube and hang out over there. I don't care where you hang out, as long as you hang out. I'm not going to be on too much longer. I've been on for an hour. I have to get some sleep. I have to take a nap. My kids go back to school tomorrow, so I have to just be functional for the rest of the day. Yesterday, after I got off live in the morning, I stayed on for another 30 minutes with YouTube because they were wild as shit. They were wild as shit. Free Palestine. Yeah, they really are. Fernando, that is not even an original comment. Mute for the entire live. Shut up. You're my bitch now. I'm the captain. Correct, Mitten. SCOTUS has said that the government and the police have no duty to protect. I try to read you guys the entire comment if you're on TikTok and it's something that I'm reading from YouTube, but you guys are relatively quiet over there on TikTok. I mean, weigh in. What do you think? They're pretty outspoken about what they think about firearm ownership and, you know, making changes and all of these things. So be outspoken, and then I can have things to reply to you over there on TikTok. You quiet. You're not tapping. You're not gifting. You're not participating. I see Ron sending stuff. Falcon, a TikTok official. Thank you. High vibration. Thank you. Clark. Thank you. Tasha. Thank you. Tara. Thank you. Miles. Thank you. Howard. Jesse. Angie. Michelle. Mr. Sunday Show. Ghost. Anna. Gina. Y'all the real ones. Y'all the real ones who are actively participating. Yep, Jeremiah. That's what I said. Yeah. The Supreme Court ruled that the government and police really have no duty to protect you. So that protect and serve is horseshit. I am not Armenian. I have drank this whole thing of water. This whole shebang. It's almost finished. I'm gonna finish this water before I go to sleep. I'm totally. When society had good morals, followed the Bible, they were blessed. Jill. No, this is Frost Buddy. My finger is currently stuck in it though, so I'm kind of panicking. Okay, I got it out. Opinions on Diddy? He should go to prison forever. Forever and ever and ever and ever. It is good. It has like this little silicone sleeve thing that goes on it, and I can drop my like iced coffee or my drink in it, and I don't have to use the lid that comes with it. This one, or I can use it like a Stanley. Don't piss the bed. I won't. I'm 40 years old. I'm not gonna piss the bed. I promise. Yeah, I like it. You can get it on TikTok Shop. I didn't get it from there, but you can get one on there. What else? I'm paying all of my attentions to the TikTok comments. Yeah, Mark, they forgot about the Crusades. Right, fish. Because the Bible hasn't ever been responsible for violence. Like, not once, not never. Not once. So, the thing doing work, and we had this conversation, you're more likely to injure yourself or someone in your household than you are uh, than the intruder. Ugh, I have to mute this. This is somebody else is going to timeout. Bye, Dilbert. 24-hour timeout. There's so many instances. I don't know why they're like that. Wild Dog says, "Why is this chat full of creeps?" There are channels for that. Because they're 12-year-olds who got on their mom's phone for the first time. And they're like, "I'm gonna be on the internet." That's why. That's what it is. Justin, how are you, friend? Welcome to the chat. We don't have a lot of friends on today. Is it because it's Sunday morning and people went to church, or is it because everybody's sleeping? Dilbert's gone. He's muted. Am I moving over to YouTube when TikTok's? Yes, I am. I will be over on YouTube. I'm going to start working on long form content. I do post shorts, which are my TikToks. I do post them over there. I currently have how many subscribers? I have almost 1,500 subscribers, and I'm fully monetized on YouTube. Falcon Reads wants uppies. Sure, I don't see you though, but I am on Studio, so. I'm going to take a break from the YouTube chat for a little bit. Hey, what's up?
I was 100% asleep until like 10 minutes ago.
Oh.
So that might just be why it's slow on TikTok today. But
Yesterday morning, everybody was up early.
Well, yeah, yesterday was Saturday. I mean, for me, Saturday is the day that I get shit done, and Sunday is the day that I sleep in so that
That's
I
fair.
don't have to respond to text messages from my aunt about going to church.
That's fair.
Because I don't want to go to church. I got the greatest thrift haul ever yesterday, and I'm super excited.
Cool.
I found a bunch of embroidery floss. As far as the gun stuff goes, I don't understand why we have this whole process for getting licensed as a driver and we don't have a process for like that for literal firearms. Like I
Right.
don't understand why you don't have to pass a written and physical proficiency test to own a literal weapon that could take someone's life. Um,
I
and I
don't know
feel
either.
like if we're capable of having a DMV near every town and city that is accessible to people for getting a driver's license, we're fully capable of setting up like ATF licensing centers for firearms. Because if we're going to be a country that believes that everyone should have access to a firearm, we should also be training people how to use them properly. Because
Yep.
I was also in the military, and if you're not trained to use them properly and also use them under pressure in a way that like creates muscle memory for you, you're going to hurt yourself.
Yep. Yep. I agree. That's what I've been saying the whole time. People in the
I
YouTube chat
also
got a little pissed about that.
I also live in the place, or live near the place where that kindergartner shot their kindergarten teacher.
Yeah.
I live 20, 30 minutes away from that school district.
Hmm.
And I just, thankfully, our state attorney is holding the parents accountable, but we should absolutely, um, as parents, be accountable for safe storage.
Yes.
Because what do you mean your 6 year old managed to get a hold of your gun and take it to school and shoot their teacher?
Right.
Like that's not
Dad,
Rylan.
it's illegal.
Go clean your room. It's Sunday morning. It's Sunday morning. Get out of my room. Go clean your room. But yeah, for those of you guys that haven't seen it, Newport News Public Schools, I want to say 2 or 3 years ago, a 6-year-old shot his teacher at school because his parents had open and accessible firearms
Yep.
in the house.
Yep.
And it wasn't the first time, like, this kid had threatened to do this. Like,
Yeah.
this didn't just happen out of nowhere. Like, the teachers, even the day, if you do not put down my embroidery floss, that is silk.
We
Put
fight.
it down. Put it down.
Silk.
That is expensive and you are sticky. Go clean your room.
Ah, such is life as a mom, right? That's expensive. You were sticky. Don't touch it.
But yeah,
That's just a mom thing.
But yes, so
Hey, what's so funny?
I do think that we need more laws and processes to make sure that not just everyone has a weapon. Like, I don't know why it's controversial to say that, like, unfortunately, like, if you are blind, you should not have access to a firearm. Like,
Right.
there should just be certain disqualifiers. If you are blind, you cannot drive. So why is it controversial to say that if you are blind, you probably shouldn't be shooting a weapon?
Right. And what I was saying before, a trained firearm owner is a safe firearm owner, is a confident firearm owner, and is a proficient firearm owner. And we should
Agreed.
all be striving for that. Raymond, how are you, friend? What's up?
And I agree with you. I agree. You know, I live in Michigan. I'm about 60 years old. And in Michigan, you can literally go into, a store and you'll fill it out. And then real quick, they do that FBI thing. And sometimes you get deferred. But if they don't get back to you within like 2 days, the store has to give you. So it's very easy to get what you said, a poo-poo in Michigan anyway. And anybody can get one, they're not trained. So, there's some issues there. I don't disagree with some of what you guys were saying, actually.
Okay.
And I did vote for Trump.
Ah, friend.
I'm,
How do you feel about that vote?
I still am confident that he's going to get everything working right. I know immigration's been a problem and it's a bad look, but I think every administration when they started, because I looked at some of the numbers when Biden first in 2021, you don't ramp up to 30,000 deportations a month overnight. So it's a process, and it's a bad look, some of it. Garcia was a bad look, some of the stuff they're doing in the streets. I don't like it, no. But, you vote for a president, you vote for a lot of different issues. So I'm not.
Who did you vote for?
I voted for mainly for, the border, but foreign affairs is a big deal to me. That scares me. Than another 9/11. I think we're more safe now than we were a year ago, actually.
Yeah, why?
Why?
Yeah.
Because we're actively involved with Ukraine and Russia, and they're meeting next week in Alaska. We're actively involved in trying to stop the Gaza situation, and we did stop the Iran situation with Israel. That's at least died down for now. And I think when we pew-pewed Iran, we showed the world that we're not playing around. So it makes you a little strong. You think some of these countries want to mess with us and do something and get the wrath of what Iran got? I don't think so.
Iran didn't get a wrath, though.
What?
Iran didn't get any wrath. Like, we didn't do anything. We wasted a shit ton of money.
Well, I think we did some damage. We don't. No one knows exactly how much because they're not going to tell us. But it was. I think it was
We
twofold.
know
It was
exactly how much.
but it was also to what I just said, to show that we're not messing around. And I think, it stopped. It worked, kind of, I guess.
Did you know that the Trump administration has been extending deployments for military service members who were already deployed under the Biden administration so that he can say that they're not deploying no new troops overseas? You want to know how I know that? Because they've extended my husband's deployment for over a year. And that is not just like my husband as an individual, but like his entire squadron has been deployed for over a year. They've had repeated instances of food shipments being delayed, food shipments coming in moldy. They are understaffed. They don't have enough crew members, and it's all for political posturing because the Trump administration doesn't want to say that they're sending mass deployments overseas. So they're keeping the people who were already there out there, and a lot of military families are suffering because of it. Also, there has not been an official reason put out in public for it, but we did have a Gold Star family come out of the Iran deployment. I don't 100% know what happened to him yet. I do know his wife. We've been doing meal trains and stuff like that for weeks for her now because she has lost her husband. And it's really rude to ask someone how their husband died, but we do know that there has been a Gold Star family made from this deployment. Trump is forcing trans service members who have served honorably, mind you, up until this point, out of the military with no retirement. I don't know how you can care about defense, care about our troops, care about our military, and still support someone that is treating our military this way. And I say this both as a military spouse and as a medically retired service member. Like, the Elon Musk and the whole Doge thing fired my VA oncologist while I was going through cancer treatment this year as a veteran. Like, I don't know how people who say that they care about defense and care about our military can still sit here and defend this kind of behavior.
Well, that's unfortunate that they're keeping people extending their tours, but I'm
It's
thinking
not unfortunate, it's life
no, it
threatening.
is unfortunate. I know. What do you want done about it? There's never going to be a perfect president that's going to give you everything you want. There are pros and cons to each. I mean, we're in wars around the world right now. We're not in them, but we're trying to fix them or get involved in trying to. So he had to extend it. I don't know.
My husband has served under Obama, Trump, and Biden now. I served under Obama and Trump and got out at the beginning of the Biden administration. I just don't understand how you can say this is the issue that's most important to you, and then he's actively doing things that are harming the safety of our nation.
I mean, these are your opinions too.
They're not my opinions. We know for an empirical fact that the deployments have been extended. Like, we have orders for that. You can probably go look it up on the internet somewhere on Air Force Times.
Sure. He did it because he needs to. I mean, I'm not. Of course, I mean, I don't. It's not maybe not right. I don't know enough about it. But you're saying the deployments over a year. That seems like a lot. Someone not to see their family. I agree. But
it's not about not seeing their family. It's about they're not being taken care of on this deployment the way that they should be. They're not being resupplied the way that they should be. They're not getting the parts and tools and things like that. And we don't need to be there. What happened to no new wars?
Well, these were, he took these over from the past administration. So
my husband was on his way home from this deployment when Trump took office, they had left the theater and they were in another country and they were sent back when Trump took office. Do you know how infuriating that is?
Oh, I bet.
So you have to, and again, it's not just about that. We have trans service members, even here on TikTok, who have served honorably their entire careers for more than a decade, who have invaluable education, experience, and knowledge that can't just automatically be replaced, that are getting kicked out of the military. One second.
Hundreds of people that didn't take the jab got fired. So, each president does different things. You're right.
It's not each president does different things, right?
Yes.
Like
They have different agendas.
Under Obama and
was
under
it fair
Biden,
for those people to lose their jobs for not wanting to take a shot? So can we give him some blame? Can we give him some blame? Yeah.
Are you a veteran, sir?
You know what? That's good. Yes, you join the army and you have to do what they say, or the military. But that's why when you joined, if you get extended, you have to do it. Same thing. My point made.
Can you listen to me for a moment?
Yes.
Are you a veteran?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so one of the things that's explicitly outlined in your contract when you join the military is you do the contract that you sign, and they do go over this with you. You do give up some of your medical autonomy when you join the military, because there are medical necessities that you have to go through in order to be able to serve. One of the first things that you do when you go to basic training is line up to get vaccines. Like, one of the very first things that a lot of people remember from basic training is lining up to get shots. We get dozens of vaccines when we enlist, and you have to pull your pants down, bend over in line with the rest of your flight squadron, whatever, and get a peanut butter shot in the ass.
Yep. I didn't, because I'm allergic to penicillin.
Like that is like a universal experience of joining the military. That's something that you quite literally like sign up for and your recruiters discuss with you. And we know that the possibility of deployment extensions is real when it is needed and necessary. But the reason that the Trump administration has been extending deployments is not because we don't have capable airmen and sailors and soldiers back home that are able to tap out and resupply these deployments. The reason, if you don't stop yodeling into my phone and go clean your room, you will be grounded for the whole day. I'm sorry. The reason that this is happening...
Maybe he needs a little attention or something, huh?
Excuse me. I know my child. My child does not want to clean his bedroom because he has toys all over his floor. So he is raising hell. That does not mean that I don't give my kid enough attention. It means that my child is trying to get out of cleaning up his own mess. Mind your business.
No, and I agree with you with the shots. I agree with you with the shots and everything. But on the same token, that's why an extension, a different administration, Trump decided that they were needed somewhere.
He's doing it for political reasons, not for the safety of our troops or for the safety of our country. Also,
but on the same token,
the issue with trans service members is entirely...
If you're owned by the military and you got to do the shots, then you got to do the deployments and stay longer.
And my husband is doing that. But
you signed up for that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You signed up for it.
Fuck up. And let me finish talking, because you clearly have no idea what you're talking about. Because on the other end of that token, if you're saying, oh, if we're just following the rules of the military, then it should be fine. When trans service members joined and we repealed Don't Ask, Don't Tell, we put policies in the military in place that said that it was acceptable for trans service members to serve openly, and all of these people followed the rules and did what they were supposed to do, and he is still kicking them out of the military.
I don't agree with that. For the
they have done everything that they were supposed to.
And I don't agree with that. Actually, I don't. I think that could have been done better. I didn't like that at all. But
It's
like
not
I said,
could have been done better.
but I'm not going to not vote for him. And about the employment, we have the same generals in place. Okay, the head
have
gets
the same generals in place.
Well, no, we have a new Department of Defense guy, but all the other people under him are the same,
No,
basically.
they are not the same.
Yeah, he changed a few here and there, but the
No, it's
military
not changed a few here and
structure is
there.
the
I
same.
can promise you the people who are in these positions of power that were in these positions of power under the Biden administration are no longer in power under the Trump administration. It was so bad that the chief of the Coast Guard was a woman, and Trump fired her and kicked her out of her own house with no notice. Did you see that story?
Yes, and that's dumb of him, but every president replaces people like that too. So yes,
under both the Obama and Biden administrations, when transitions of power happened, people were given the respect, dignity, and time to find new housing before just being put out of their homes. So don't give me that shit.
Well,
and I know how that process works because I've lived through.
When Biden won, he fired a lot of people too that were Trump employees.
Yes, and he didn't kick them out of their homes. He gave them time to transition into new roles and positions.
Trump could be stupid at times. Agreed.
Okay, and riddle me this.
But you haven't told me anything why I would not vote for him. I mean, not support him still. I still have to support him. I have to see this out until I see something bad. Like, the E-Files, maybe.
13-year-old girl.
Katie Johnson, you mean?
He raped a 13-year-old girl.
Yeah, I don't believe he's a PDO, and I want some proof before you can actually say that.
There is the testimony of a literal child.
But the problem, there wasn't proof in that testimony. We got to have proof in this country a little bit, right? Where's the proof? The proof has to be said. You can't just go by an accusation. He's got 26 accusations.
And he's been found, at the bare minimum, civilly liable for rape.
Yes, Eugene Carroll, I understand. So
you knowingly and willingly voted for a rapist, like at bare minimum.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm sorry for her but I watched her on CNN and I didn't think she was appropriate when she said it was kind of sexy. It was kind of sexy, she said.
Okay, so because she's not a perfect victim,
I didn't think she was credible.
Her story's not worth it. She's not credible because she's not a perfect victim.
They had to change some laws to even pursue that in New York. They changed the law. She was backed by heavy Democratic donors to be her lawyers in this case. So I don't necessarily believe her. Yes, I don't believe her. Sorry.
So the president that you are supporting was found civilly liable for rape, and you're saying that
you can't say that word, Falcon. You can't say that word, and you know that.
I'm so sorry. Was found civilly liable for different Magnus and
you say
Dean
grape.
Buffet. My bad. She was found civilly liable for this, and you are making excuses because she was not the perfect victim. So you're still willing to vote for Trump because...
Yeah, I mean, you're trying to put this as a moral thing. And obviously, am I happy about that case? But I do think there wasn't a lot of evidence introduced in the case.
Politics are your morals. You understand that, right?
But they don't have to show as much evidence in a civil thing. And you know what? They changed. I didn't necessarily. Why was she running her mouth on CNN? She made herself look so bad. I mean, her credibility to me went. I didn't like it. That's all I'm saying.
Good morning.
Hold on one second. Everybody who's asking if I'm okay, no, I'm not okay. No, I am super not fucking okay. My mom just called me. My kid has fucking head lice. My kid has fucking head lice, which means I probably have fucking head lice because I let her sleep in my bed, and I am absolutely disgusted right now, and I want to jump off the White House roof.
How are you not itching your head like crazy right now?
I feel like they're crawling all over me, and I'm freaking the fuck out.
You're fine.
You're good. Are they in my hair?
Sorry.
Do we see any?
I don't see anything.
I am not
Oh,
someone who.
is that the list? I see the list.
Oh, we got the list. Is
Oh, what's
that a
that?
fucking mitt?
What is that? What's
Oh
that
my
white thing?
god. Oh my god, if I fucking had lice, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose my fucking
Okay,
mind.
before you
No, get a
disconnect
piece of white paper and
the
comb your
live,
hair. Right? Get a piece
before
of
you
white paper and
disconnect
comb
the
your
live
hair.
to go bleach
Yeah,
your
go ahead,
head.
David. Go ahead.
Ray, hey, Ray, can I call you Ray?
Anything you want, buddy.
Okay. Hey, Ray, I got a question for you. How did you feel about the whole Biden sniffing his the kids and the diary and all that stuff? And how do you feel about Bill Clinton's alleged affiliations with E?
You know, with Biden, you know, the same thing. He had accusations by that one girl who went to Russia. There was no evidence for that. So I don't take that. Sniffing girls, he wasn't sniffing girls. Biden just he's very close like that. You know, they show videos of Trump kissing a girl and they try to make it look bad. I don't believe
I will give you one piece of respect for that, because 99% of MAGA made the claims without the proof, just assertions that what Trump is alleged of, Biden was actively doing with his daughter, with the kids that visited the White House, blah, blah, blah. And you saw that through the MAGA sphere every single day.
But the same thing, there's no proof. So even this E-list, I get the E-list. You know, I think his name's going to be on it. But there's going to be a lot of names on it. So problem is, if there's no proof attached to the name, that's a problem. But I want the list to come out. And if Trump is guilty, I want him convicted of that.
Don't you think it's a little bit suspicious and a little bit sinister that they're going through all this effort to lag the release of the list, to sanitize it and clean it up, and, as Trump said, protect those that weren't necessarily guilty of anything?
Well, that was what Chuck Schumer did a little press conference saying 1,000 FBI people were, doing all that, and he has no clue. I don't think we know either. I want the list out just like you guys. And I do believe if there was something to take down Trump in there over the last 10 years, it would have been leaked out. Everything gets leaked at some point.
So one final question for you, Raymond. Okay. One final question.
Can I ask you a question before you ask it?
Well, let me. Sorry, my OCD. If I don't get this out, I'm going to lose my train of thought. So I appreciate your patience. One final question on this matter. Let's hypothetically say Trump isn't, and I got to say this word a million times for TikTok, allegedly on the list. Let's just say hypothetical, Trump is not on the list, but there are many, many, many individuals on that list that allegedly did and allegedly still are carrying out those activities today on other kids. Don't you think that is a morality failure, not just ethical, but being the president and charged with protecting United States citizens? Don't you think that is a failure of duty to not hold accountable those Johns on the list? That, and I want to make this point vehemently clear, just because E is gone and G is locked up does not mean that those mentally ill, disturbed people are not still carrying out those vile activities today.
I agree with you. I think it's. Let me ask you a question. Do you think a lot of people now, when these documents are viewed, they're viewed by court reporters, they're viewed by the defense, the prosecutors. You don't think, and I do believe this, in the last 5, 6, 7 years, if there was something that could take Donald Trump down, I think it would have been leaked. I don't think they have anything. Now to your point, why wouldn't he release the list? I mean, some people are saying the list is so big and it could crash our economy. Because say
so what?
On it.
So what?
I know.
Man? We're talking about kids.
I agree with you. I'm on your side.
Kids here.
I'm on your side.
I mean, there's certain things that we just in a morally sound society should not object to.
And no one cared about this list until Musk tweeted.
A lot of MAGA cared about it when Musk tweeted that.
Hey, you know what? I thought of this myself. I know this is causing Trump a problem, right? But when Musk tweeted that, but keep in mind, he got $300 million out of Musk, so this is a little payback for Trump, and he's got to work it out.
Well, Musk also got that back in roses and so
contract.
much more in government contracts. So that
He just-
300 million
that guy
was a
just-
drop in the
That guy
bucket.
destroyed himself. He must destroyed himself. I don't know why he did that. That was.
But I personally believe that allegedly, I keep on saying allegedly, your hair is driving me crazy, Amanda. I know
I'm
it's
sorry, I
driving
had to
me
have my daughter check my head for fucking head lice because Gabby has head lice.
I personally think that Musk, after tweeting that and why he took it down and said, I'm sorry, I went too far, is because he had a momentary slip of memory that he himself
His contracts.
was a open participant allegedly in that world with G.
Also his contracts.
I mean, there's pictures of Musk and G at parties and events.
I know Trump. You see all the pictures with the women, and they were young. But I believe he goes with women over 18. I don't think he's that type of guy. I don't even think Clinton is either, actually. So
we
I think they both
disagree
are.
on that, man. I think they both are. Yeah.
Well, Trump has never been on the island, and that's kind of been proven. But so
They were
Yeah,
neighbors.
but I don't care. I don't care
he
about
could have done it
that.
in West Palm Beach. You're right.
I
he
don't care
could've
about
done
that because there were decades upon decades
New
before
York.
that New York, New Mexico at E's private estate, like all
What
over the
happened
country.
when Trump found out Elon Musk was taking one of his girls to work for his company, whatever? He disowned him and wasn't friends with him anymore.
That's not
what
true.
Is that?
That's not
You're
true.
talking about the property deal between Trump and
No, the Guthrie girl was working as a pool in the spa, a towel girl around the pool. She was 16, legally allowed to work in Florida.
but Trump didn't disown E after that. It's absolutely been proven.
He wasn't
on the
allowed in the
timeline that that's
club
not
anymore.
true.
Well,
That was
It's not
several
true.
years.
That's not that story about
eventually they're
banned
really-
from the club and all that is all hearsay. There's absolutely no evidence proving that was true.
Okay, well, there's no evidence proving he's a PDO yet. So come on now.
Come on, man.
So no, hold
Where's
on,
the
hold on. I've been really quiet because I've been dealing with
Yeah, but
something
you-
else, but also because I've been listening. This man was on Howard Stern, and he literally said out of his own mouth that he goes into the
Right.
dressing room with underage girls, 15 years old, 15 to 19 years old girls, in states of undress. And he says he can
Right.
do that because he's the owner of the pageant. So
Yeah.
what part of that is on the up and up?
Well,
When he is
and
walking
there-
into
I
a
wish-
dressing
I wish-
room with minors naked.
I wish I could pull the video, but there were curtains all around. There were producers back there. There were
No,
The
man.
girls came forward when they were adults and said that absolutely was not what happened. They saw that they were seen by him, in states of undress. And he
Yeah, he
even said
probably-
it himself.
He probably shouldn't have walked through there, but he didn't PDO any of those people.
Oh, so
I mean,
he
That
just
is
looked.
PDO behavior.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I saw there was producers back there. There were other people too, so I don't know. Because when you see that's a production. There's a lot of things going on, and he does own it.
Come
So-
on, man.
There's no reason
know-
for him to be there with underage girls. Zero's nada.
Remember, Eugene Carroll was not underage, so he doesn't like underage women. Okay, I do
No.
not think.
You don't get to say underage women because they're not women. They're girls. They're children. You don't get to say
Children.
underage women. They're
Underage
girls.
girls.
They're children.
Or children. I don't think
Do
he
you,
would.
do you have kids, Ray?
Yes, I do. I have 3 kids, 2 grandchildren, and look at his children. Look at his
Are,
grandchildren.
are
Does
any
that
of
look
them
like someone's an evil man? Look at his kids.
are any of them girls?
Hey, I'm not. Yes, 2 are girls. They're 30, 32. One's a Republican, one's a Democrat. My luck.
What about the grandkids? Are they kids? Do you
Yeah,
have any-
they're both 2 and 2.
Would you just hand them over to Trump and say, hey,
I'll
Uncle
tell you
Trump's-
like this. I told
Uncle
him,
Trump's going to babysit you
If
for
I
a
was
week?
at Mar-a-Lago right now and we were having a pool party and Trump was there and they said, hey, you and your wife can go on a helicopter. We'll watch the kids for you. Absolutely, I'd let them.
Wow.
I wouldn't.
Wow.
Look at his grandchildren. Look at his kids. Does that look like an evil man?
Look at his
Yeah.
kids. He's the one who said that he wanted to have sex with his daughter. Or he had sex in common with his daughter. I'm sorry.
It wasn't his daughter. He dated his daughter. It was a joke.
That's no. He said shit like that multiple times, my guy. Not a joke.
That's like
Oh,
have
shit.
you ever made
Look at
jokes
the
like that
character.
about
Look at the
your kids and
character of his
grandkids?
kids versus
Bro,
Biden's kids.
I'm sorry. You're a predator.
Listen, Hunter went with his sister-in-law and got her hooked on schmugs. So, and you're saying Trump's kids are bad? Come on.
Well, I mean, same argument could be made about Don Jr., bud.
Yeah.
I don't think he didn't.
Bro is definitely heavy into the booger sugar. Admittedly into the booger sugar.
Like before, when David came up, we got to have proof, right? We didn't see it actually, so let's stay with the proof part. And we got to have, you can't just make an accusation because David told me that I can't say that Biden sniffed anybody.
Hey, guess what, Raymond? It's my life. I don't have to follow David's rules. I can say whatever the fuck I want. Welcome to my house.
Mic drop.
We have another friend who is up here who would like to add to the conversation. I can't read your whole username because I have the chat that's streaming on top of it. Atropos. What's going on?
I'm actually Casserole. I changed my name.
That's what I thought. I'm like, I know this profile picture, but not this name. Casserole. What's going on?
I was sick of the questions. Well, really, my main contribution is that, Raymond, I don't know if you understand or recognize that you're doing this, but what you're kind of doing is making every excuse possible to kind of, give this air of Trump being a good guy. And I don't think that having a family is indicative of being a good guy. Right. I need to know if this, if your daughters came to you and they said that anyone had victimized them in any way, what would your response be?
I would want to know who, why, the situation, and my daughters, of course.
But what are you going to do about it?
I would support them on let's do what we have to do.
Where's the proof, man? Where's the proof?
But that's the point. Well, hopefully they would have proof, right?
What proof?
You would ask them to prove it?
I would still believe them without, if they got
what
in court.
Proof would you find acceptable?
Well, any kind of proof, I guess.
Like what?
Them saying it?
Yeah, okay. So if they were in a dressing room and that happened and they told me that happened, I would believe them. I didn't believe her. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
dude. You guys defend. You're
so close to the point.
Let me make this point. You want me not to defend them anymore, but you guys told me why why go after Biden for all those things? You're defending him because you believe in him. I believe in Trump till I see otherwise. And just because he made a quote on Howard Stern 20 years ago, that's not doing it for me.
I'm not sure that you're understanding, though, that Raymond, it's not just one.
They changed.
comment.
E.G. and Carol had so much money behind her. They changed the law so she could bring the civil suit in New York.
No,
because they
actually.
Yes, because the time elapsed that you could do this to somebody.
Yeah, but that's not true. They changed that law even before the suit, bud.
Yeah, I know. They were gearing up for it.
The only reason the E. Jean Carroll case even happened is because Trump was running his fucking mouth harassing her. You know that, right?
Yep, and he's going to pay $100 million, and that's that.
And he just got shut down by a judge trying to get the taxpayers to pay it. And a judge just shot him down and said, "No, this is your debt."
I don't understand what you said.
His Trump's lawyers just appealed the legal fees and the awarding.
Well, no, the $5 million is done. He's got to pay it. That's done. The only one on appeal is the $90 million. The second one.
No, the judge just shot it down.
No, the second one he shot down.
Judge, and he was trying to get the taxpayers to pay for it all because he was the president.
That's some bullshit you just made up. He's gonna have to pay the $100 million. What are you, crazy? Where do you see that?
No, actually, he's gonna get his meme coin people to pay it.
Well, if he makes money off the meme coin, then he pays her. But when you said our taxpayer dollars was gonna pay for that, you were wrong, right?
Oh yeah, it's not allowed. The judge shot it down.
Okay, so he's not taking tax out. He'll pay it. So he's gonna get.
He was still trying to get the taxpayers to pay for it.
He's guilty of 34 felonies, and he's guilty. He's guilty with Eugene Carroll, and he's going to pay her. So
how do you feel about him meeting with Putin on U.S. soil in Alaska?
Anything Well, you know what? I don't necessarily want. Here's the problem: the longer that war goes on, we weaken Russia every single day, but it's at the expense of Ukraine. So I don't like that. So anything to maybe stop this is a good thing. So meeting Alaska is what's wrong with that? It's for security too.
They've already disclosed what Putin wants. Putin wants Ukraine. He wants the large parts of the Donetsk and Donbass because that's where all of Ukraine's natural gas is and minerals. And why isn't Zelensky in that meeting, man?
Well, listen,
who is Trump to surrender parts of Ukraine to Putin? Because it's kind of reminiscent of him inviting the Tallies to Camp David on the anniversary of 9/11 and essentially surrendering Afghanistan to the Tallies as he excluded the Afghanistan government.
So you don't want him to meet Zelensky? You don't want him to meet Putin? You don't want him trying to end this, or no? You want it to just go on and on and on? Because they're not going to keep supporting. We're not going to keep giving them money.
There's a solution to ending the war. Russia can leave.
Hey, what did Trump just do to Pakistan regarding Ukraine-Russia war?
What?
What did the United States Trump do to Pakistan regarding the Ukraine-Russia war?
I don't know with Pakistan. I haven't heard anything.
He just put a 50% tariff on the oil situation because they're buying oil from Russia. So he's trying to squeeze Russia to stop this war. So there's a lot of things going on that we don't know about, obviously. But the meeting is a good thing if it leads to peace.
If Russia's buying oil from Pakistan, or you mean Pakistan buying oil from Russia?
Yeah, it's vice versa. But what he
did,
because
Russia has their own oil.
Well, of course, but he's trying to squeeze them. He's trying to stop this war.
Like the international ICC has deemed Putin to be a war criminal, and you're cool with him coming on U.S. soil
for peace. Yeah.
Okay. How would you say?
Where were they?
In World War II?
Biden was meeting them. You would have a problem in Alaska if Biden was meeting them.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's honest.
Let me ask you this question because you said for peace, it's okay. So let's say it's World War II and the Emperor of Japan had just bombed Pearl Harbor and the H-Man was invading all of Europe. You would have been cool if.
But it's not that situation, David. It's different.
But you would have been cool if H-Man and the Emperor
of
Japan.
It's different. You can't even compare it. It's different.
Why? Why is it different? What's the symmetry breaker?
I don't understand why there's a problem meeting in Alaska. Should they have met in Europe?
I'm asking you a question. What's the symmetry breaker? Why is it different?
Because I don't know. You're talking about something from 50 years ago. I don't know where they would have met. I don't know the situation. This is just Ukraine and Russia.
Okay, well, listen to what David was talking about. David, can you present that scenario again, please?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, if today after Pearl Harbor, would it be okay of Roosevelt to invite the H-Man and the Emperor of Japan to U.S. soil to negotiate peace?
Well, Russia didn't bomb us, poo-poo us, okay? So it's different. That
regime. Russia did pay bounties to the Tallies when we were in Afghanistan.
Now you're stretching. You just said, so yeah, we wouldn't invite someone who attacked us, their leader, but Russia hasn't attacked. We're trying to stop a war. What is wrong with that? If they met in Europe,
Russia paid bounties to the Tallies to take out our own in Afghanistan. So that's an attack on U.S. personnel.
We funded Saddam Hussein back in the day. That stuff happens, David.
Man, dude, can't you see that you're making every excuse at every inch and every turn for Donald Trump?
Why are you mad? Why are you mad they're meeting in Alaska, really?
Why can't they meet in Doha or Qatar?
Maybe
why can't they meet anywhere else?
Because Alaska
why can't they meet in Helsinki like Trump did in his first term?
A woman would like to speak, or a femme presenting person, I don't know, would like to speak.
I'm sorry.
So we're going to listen.
I appreciate you. I'm actually she, they. So
okay, perfect.
Really dope. So what I want to add is there's a documentary that came out a handful of years ago called Active Measures. It's an entire documentary on why Russia does what it does and how it affects the US. And really their main objective, because they are so financially inept, is they have found a way to utilize psychological warfare, which is far cheaper, in a way to manipulate the American people, manipulate contests for certain elected officials. And these are things that are just noted at this point. And if you want to dive deeper into it and watch the actual documentary, you'll then see how that starts to intersect with Putin's relationship with Trump and how they have had a long-standing relationship since the early 2000s, at which time Trump was in bankruptcy and Putin pulled him out of it by helping him to get condos bought out in Trump Tower by the Russian mafia. And if you think that I'm lying, just go watch the documentary. So this is the early 2000s. Now we're in 2025, and you're asking us why we're bothered by Putin being on U.S. soil at all?
I would even go so far as to say that they had a relationship back by the 80s.
I also want to chime in.
He's gone, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Did you watch the documentary about Trump owning slaves in Dubai? I just watched that one, and that was...
What is that called?
I have to look it up. I will send it to you. I'll send you the link in Discord.
Okay.
But yeah, so, but there was a documentary that, again, from the 2000s about Trump trafficking people for the hotel industry.
That doesn't surprise me.
Knowingly owning slaves. So and I'm sorry that I got emotional and used the R word on your platform. I don't
It's
normally
okay.
debate. I don't normally debate Trump supporters at this point because they want to say that they get upset when they're like, are you making this about morals and it's about policy? But I mean, policy affects the literal lives of the people around you. Like, you can't, your politics are your morals, and at this point it is reprehensible to me that you would continue to support someone like this.
Your emotions are completely understandable. I feel that frustration and
Yeah, no, I'm super not
infuriation
upset
every
about it.
day.
I just didn't want you to get taken down or the live to get flagged. So that's why I was like, hey, yo, whoa, wait, yo, you can't say that. You know that. Don't do that. Whoa.
I
Before it came out like a couple times, and then TikTok would have been like, no.
Somebody's asking about the documentary. Let me teak up and go pull up the name of it.
Okay.
TikTok will do everything to silence you except remove lice.
Thanks for reminding me. Thank you. I know I can't stay on much longer. I've been on for 2 hours. I haven't gone to sleep after work yet. No, I'm not going to drop you, Atropos. I have to wash all of my bedding.
Yeah, clothes, carpet, everything.
Fuck me.
Well, I'm in North Carolina, but I appreciate the offer. But
Oh,
you guys
Jesus
have a
Christ,
wonderful
shut up.
day.
Oh my gosh, this is going to be an awful day. Thank you so much, David, for your time, your contributions, and reminding me about the head lice, okay?
The
Love your smile,
documentary
hate your
is
hair.
from 2016. It's on... The documentary is from 2016, so they started doing the research for it before he became president, and it was released in 2016. It's on HBO, and it's called Trump in Dubai and China and Africa. And it details him participating in the ownership of slaves and human trafficking. So you should... I watched that one... a friend sent it to me. I watched that one recently, and it's not a good look. So at this point, again, and you see that in his policy decisions, like when he said, that the owners of these quote unquote owners of these migrant workers would have responsibility for them. Like the way that he's talking about these immigrants. I mean, it's not like this is just a vague thing that he's morally kind of messed up on and it doesn't affect his policy decisions. He's actively making decisions based on his morals, and his morals are absolutely horrendous. But yeah, that's that's my bit to share for today. Thank you for having me up. I'm
I
sorry I got
appreciate you.
emotional.
No,
I
don't
don't
apologize for that ever. You do not have to apologize for that here. Your emotions
I
are
don't
valid.
I don't professionally debate Trump supporters on TikTok. This account that I'm on right now is supposed to be for crafting and books and hanging out with friends. So, um,
Listen, you're allowed to have your
I'm
feelings, and
not a
they're
debate.
valid.
I'm not a debate bro for those of you guys in the comments. Okay, we read fantasy novels and do embroidery over here.
Well, I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate you contributing to the conversation, and sharing your personal story because it's important. It's really important, and I love you very much. You're amazing.
See ya.
I'll see you later.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right, I think I'm gonna go deal with this fucking head lice situation. But every time I say head lice, I get the
Girl, yeah, you don't even have to tell me. I got it when I was in college in New York City, and
My
the
kid's
whole
supposed to
train
start
ride
school
home.
tomorrow.
Oh my God. Well, go take care of that. I really appreciate you letting me just have a voice, and
Of
it's good to
course.
see you.
It's nice to
Good
see
to
you too.
see
You
you.
are welcome here anytime. You request on up. But
I
we usually don't
appreciate
do
you.
debates anymore. That just happened to end up that way. We kind of just hang out, shoot the shit, whatever. You're welcome here anytime.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course, I'm going to drop you for the algorithm, okay? Bye. It'd be like Matt. Yeet. Yeah, Gigi. It's actually a flea comb. You can misbehave just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right, there's 137 of you in here. We didn't do not one fucking tiny tiny, you bastards. You bastards. Can we knock out that gift goal? That's my favorite thing right now because the tiny tiny on a tube float is gone because they're getting rid of all the summer gifts, which is rude as shit. I would appreciate it. You know, I've been here for 2 hours. We've been hanging out, having conversation. YouTube has been absolutely fucking wild. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. I can't even see how fast they're coming now. We got Falcon, Hyde, Atropos, thank you so much. We got Skeptical, thank you so much. I'm not saying that word. Missy, thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Thank you for contributing. So some housekeeping. Blow dry the heck out of your hair too, probably with a bag. I'm gonna flat iron my hair, which I don't do, but I am gonna flat iron my hair. I'm gonna no. People will get mad at me, but I'm gonna say it anyway because it doesn't bother me. Moist. You love my colorful language? Yeah, Go Samurai. I cuss a whole lot. I don't know if it's because I'm from Jersey or what it is, but I cuss a whole lot. Don't forget, I'm not going to clip it. Nah, you can go back and watch the whole live stream again. Once we end this live stream, it will be, why can't I words right now? Because I'm reading at the same time. I can't, obviously, when I'm tired, I can't do both. You can watch the replay of this live on YouTube, and you can find me at Amanda Informed, also on YouTube. So, yeah. Where in Jersey? I'm not telling you. Somewhere's in Jersey, North Jersey. The person's name is Moist Melissa. So, how do you guys feel about that conversation? Do you feel like there are Trump supporters who have realized their wrongs and regret their vote? Or do you think that they're all just forever lost? Because I have seen people who say they regret their vote, but is it true or is it for likes and views? Houston said, "What happened to your OF not making paper?" Houston, I was making about $5,000 to $7,000 a month, and it got really fucking boring. So I stopped doing it. I got bored. Everybody was like, never mind. I agree with that, Rosa. I agree with that, Rosa. The Trump burger guy got taken by ICE. Yeah, he's facing deportation. He was a visa overstay. How do you guys say? Like, that's poetic justice right there. No Trump supporter regrets anything is what they're saying over on YouTube. Politically incorrect coffee. I'm going to read this comment because you've said it a few times, but if you could stop spamming the chat with it, I would appreciate it. Politically incorrect coffee says America is now a rapidly declining country, and the funny part is 90% of Americans have absolutely no idea. So TikTok, weigh in on that. Again, I'm going to say, I'm going to read what he said. America is now a rapidly declining country, and the funny part is 90% of Americans have absolutely no idea. And they also say that my wife and I voted for Trump 3 times, and we now totally regret it. Yeah, I don't think so yet. I don't think so either, Carrie. I don't think it's quite hit enough yet. Yes, Bergen County. Exactly. You got it. Name a car for edit? I don't know what you mean by that. You're getting cooked in the TikTok chat politically. You're getting cooked. I agree with you, Let Love Live. Let Love Live says, I really think anyone who is still MAGA is a Yahtzee or a PDF file. I don't think, I think Joe Biden is a decent man. I think that he did some very good things for this country. The infrastructure bills that he passed, that his administration passed. I don't agree with either party's stance on Israel. Especially if your name is fucking Rafael Cruz. And I still watch clips of him getting poked by Tucker Carlson whenever they come up on my For You page. Kamala was a well-educated person who held multiple offices, including senator. Like, please, Dennis. You could say that you don't agree with Kamala's policies, or you didn't agree with the way she planned to move forward in America. You could say that. That would be an honest critique. But to say that Kamala couldn't even put 2 sentences together is dishonest and absolutely asinine. And I feel sorry for you. That's your favorite, Tad? I mean, you know. Dennis over on YouTube is an idiot. Kamala did have policies. If you had read anything on her website, you would know. Thank you so much for the tiny tiny trek to Let Love Live. I appreciate you. My leg fell asleep. Dennis, call in the number. You want me to open up the phone line for you so you can call in? I did a whole video series on Kamala Harris's policies. She had a whole page dedicated to her policies. There was a first-time homebuyers credit. There was a whole bunch of shit. I can't even think of them off the top of my head because I've been awake since yesterday at 2:30. Expecting perfection in 107 days would never happen for a white man. I agree. She didn't have the Heritage Foundation writing policy for her. Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, I've been on for over 2 hours. I'm starting to lose my voice. I got to go deal with this head lice situation so I can find out if my kid is going to school tomorrow or not. I appreciate every one of you being here. If you are here on TikTok, I'm going to say goodbye to you first since I went live on TikTok first. Everybody have a wonderful Sunday fun day. Be good. But if you can't be good, be gay and do crimes. Okay? Love you. Bye. End the live right. Meow. All right. It is just us over here, YouTube and Twitch. How are y'all doing today? Y'all have been feisty as fuck, and I appreciate that out of y'all. I love when you, Dennis doesn't know what communism is. Dennis doesn't know what communism is. Tell me what communism is in, let's see, 4 words. Dennis, tell me. 4 words. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to wait for you to give me 4 words on what communist is. What is communism? Bye, Samo. Thanks for being here, sweetheart. I appreciate you. There are multiple times throughout history where a primary didn't happen or a candidate other than the primary winner was selected. Just read fucking American history, my guy. Yeah, YouTube is still running. I'm still here with y'all. I'm waiting for Dennis to tell me in 4 words what communism is. Bet you can't, Dennis. And if you can't, I'm going to mute you for 24 hours. So speak up. Speak now or forever hold your peas. No? It's 4 words, that's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dennis, I'm muting you. That's it. You lost your chance. You don't get to speak here for 24 hours. Put user in timeout. Timeout. Confirm. Bye, Dennis. Everybody say bye, Dennis. Sam said say China. Oh my God. You're too much. You're too much. Mm-mm. That is not true, Anthony. There's a difference between personal property and private property. All right, y'all. Dennis couldn't tell us what communism is in 4 words. I'm going to tell you what it is. It is a moneyless, classless, stateless society. And you can own personal property, but not private property. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.